Nike just isn't doing it today for investors. RBC downgrading the stock to a sector perform and slashing the price target to 70 from 70 all the way down to $50 a share. UBS and Citi also cutting their targets. Shares, as you can see, are down about 1.3% or so there, on the day. But there are reports of a signature shoe deal with basketball superstar Caitlin Clark, and could that reinvigorate Nike? According to a report from Sneaker News X account, Just Fresh Kicks, the Caitlin one, they are set to debut September 29th. Nike CEO Elliott Hill all but confirmed a Caitlin Clark shoe with Liz Claman at the Nike headquarters just last week. Take a listen.
I'm not supposed to tell you when it comes out, but we are. Again, she's been wonderful to work with. She has a really strong point of view, the type of shoe she wants to play in, and our team's working closely with her to create that shoe.
As Nike bets on superstars, startup shoe company Syntilay is building a future where the shoes fit themselves to the consumers. Joining me now, I'm very pleased to say, first on Fox Business, Pro Football Hall of Fame wide receiver Terrell Owens, the man who co-founded Reebok all the way back in 1958, Joe Foster, and the founder and CEO of Syntilay, Ben Weiss. Terrell and Joe are working with Syntilay. It's so much fun, such a pleasure to have you here. We've got the gear, we're all decked out. Right. Quickly, tell me about the company, how you decided to come up with this, the shoe, this idea.
Well, the company is based on the idea that fit has to change. You know, footwear really hasn't changed significantly in over 100 years. We're making shoes the same way we've made them for a long time. And fit really should be the product. You know, you shouldn't have to just go and, compromise when your feet are different. Most people's feet are different. So we wanted to start around a different direction there, and that's why we custom 3D print shoes. But now it's about recovery, and recovery's become the biggest thing today. That's the shoe you wear 95% of the time, before or after you're playing sports. And how do we bring recovery to new markets? And that's what we're doing here with Terrell. We're building recovery for pickleball.
So, Terrell, you've got to show me. These things are hot to trot. Look at these bad boys. These things look great. How did you come up with this idea? It's a pickleball recovery shoe. Walk me through it.
I think if you think about my career, I played 15 years in the National Football League, which is kind of unheard of for a receiver. But obviously, like I said, with the number of miles that I put on my feet, obviously being able to optimize my performance, I understand what I had to do from a strength and conditioning standpoint, really nutrition, all those things, and recovery. So I was big on recovery. I kind of got into it maybe late in my career. I think everybody realized what I did to get back into the Super Bowl, to play in the Super Bowl when I played in Philly. I had 6.5, 7 weeks to play in the Super Bowl with a severely sprained ankle, and I broke my leg. Okay. So obviously with the things that I've done throughout the course of my career to take care of my body, such as recovery, nutrition, obviously now I'm in a phase of playing pickleball. I got introduced into pickleball at the end of 2024. I started to like it. What really drove me to play it more is because I kept getting beat by little kids and people like 50, 60, 70 years old. So I got humbled, but then I understood that spending so many hours on the court, I understood what that took, the toll that it took on my body. So just think about the amount of hours that you put on your feet. So this is a recovery shoe. Everything kind of starts with your feet. So at the end of the day, it should end with your feet at the same time. So obviously with the technology, obviously with the weight distribution, you're scanning it specifically for your feet, you're able to recover faster.
Yeah, so talk to me about the technology. I show up, you scan my feet, and it 3D prints the shoe. This is incredible. Walk me through that technology.
It's fun.
Yeah, so what we do is we offer the ability for you to scan your feet with just your phone camera. Just take a piece of printer paper, 2 photos, in different directions, and we're able to customize the entire inside of the TO Reset shoe exactly to your feet. So not only is this shoe entirely different for pickleball, it's better for lateral motion. We have developed a specific zone that's a specific cushioning setup for impact recovery in the back of the shoe around, where you're filling in the heel. The sides dissipate pressure, but it also the fit as well as another component. And, we think that creates the best recovery shoe you can have, for the sport, and this is the fastest growing sport in the country.
Joe, I want to bring you in here as well. I'm looking around at this, and sort of Nike has been hinting at this as well in their turnaround strategy. This is a very competitive space. We have new entrants into the field like On Clouds. I've gone through Brooks, Asics, Nikes, Reeboks. This is a very crowded field. How are you confident that this is the technology, this is the company that you want to get behind, and that sort of customization is the way of the future?
Well, sports shoe technology is moving on, and recovery is the latest idea. Let's recover after having a very sort of serious game. You've worked hard. You need to recover from that, and this is the latest idea. And 3D printing seems to be offering that solution. So what Ben is doing now is great. He's working on something that is absolutely new in the sports industry. The problem with the sports industry, it stays with what it knows. So to move outside of that comfort zone, to move into 3D printing is something new, something exciting, and working with Ben is incredible because he comes from a place where he knows nothing about shoemaking. So that's a good place. I used to speak to all our people, know nothing, and then you learn.
Moldable.
But if you just keep going back.
Yeah, mold the brain, just like the shoe, right? You know,
Right.
Terrell, I come to you. We talked about Caitlin Clark, right? All these high-profile stars put their name on a shoe. Michael Jordan has the brand. Do you think in pickleball you can get the name on the shoe? Does it still create that buzz, that excitement?
Absolutely. So obviously we're talking about recovery.
Yeah.
But I think when you think about even just your chaotic lives, everything that we do, sometimes you need to reset. So there's a pickleball term called reset when you're playing pickleball. So that's how I came about with the name. And so obviously with, playing the game, obviously when you're playing at a high level, sometimes, you get players that speed the ball up, they may lob. Obviously with the change direction, left and right, the cross-court dinks, you have your drives, your drops, and your dinks. But obviously, like I said, when the game gets a little chaotic and you want to slow it down a bit, you have to reset. So that's the name behind of the shoe called the TO Reset shoe. And so, yeah, it's been fun to obviously be a part of the process. Like I said, if you look at the upper part, it's very, very flexible. Obviously, the bottom part of it.
Grab these things.
Exactly. And then obviously you
Cushiony.
see. Yeah, exactly. And then obviously you see this part in the middle that looks kind of like Kobe and I were good friends, and so I paid a little homage to him. Well, obviously, like I said, we didn't want to have any infringements, right? So this part right here kind of makes me think of him. Obviously, we think of his 20-year career, how he took care of his body to even, like I said, sustain. It's all about longevity. So again, if you want to play this game for a long time, and as you see, it's a sport that doesn't discriminate. You got earliest 4, 5, 10, 13-year-olds, up to like 50, 60, 70, 80-year-olds playing this sport. So it's a sport that doesn't discriminate, and you can play for a long, long time.
I want to pick your brain on a few other things outside the shoe. We were watching a congressional hearing today on streaming rights with football. As a consumer, I love football. I'm a huge 49ers fan.
I hate football.
What?
I'm just kidding.
But sometimes as a consumer, it's hard when I have to have like 10 different streaming platforms and it costs $1,000. I'm trying to figure out, I just want to watch my Niners and I'm in New York City and it's hard. What do you make of some of the consumer complaints about just sort of how complicated it's gotten?
I'm right there with them. I think it should be just like it was. You go to one channel, one network, you find all your channels. I think obviously you see where, prices are inflated all across the board, and now you're incorporating all these different, platforms, streaming platforms just to watch a game. It's very, very complicated. I think it's very frustrating for a lot of consumers, even for myself. I don't buy into it. Like I said, I just wait till it's on like one little main network to watch the games. I think it's just disingenuous. I think with the way the world is, the economy is right now, it's just not needed.
I don't want to put you too much on the spot, but there's also the name, image, and likeness in college sports as well.
Yeah.
We're hearing reports that football players in these big SEC schools sometimes now aren't even going pro because they're making so much money in college. What do you make of NIL?
Rightfully so. You think about so many years prior to NIL, these universities, colleges have made millions, if not billions, off the back of these athletes. Again, some of these athletes, it's only 1% that gets to go and be able to play at the professional level. So why not be able to make the most money that you can at the collegiate level, considering that you may not even make it pro? So I'm all for it. Obviously, I think there should be some sort of cap, some regulations to it, because now you're seeing, these kids are getting smart. You're jumping ship, here and there. And I think sometimes that kind of hurts their progression of, and even their evaluation of an athlete to go pro.
Well, such a pleasure having all of you, but certainly as a family that grew up as a diehard Niners fan, this was so fun having you, and
thank you.
And really such a pleasure. Terrell Owens, Joe Foster, Ben Weiss, thank you, and congrats on the launch and the cool products here. All right.